High above the plantation floor, the journey begins with a precise cut. Gravity delivers the harvest to the waiting ground crew.
Manual labor gathers the scattered yield into manageable mounds.
Each load is consolidated, preparing for the transit to processing. Kilometers of plantation roads bridge the gap between farm and factory. Every kilogram is accounted for at the facility's intake point.
The harvest is surrendered to the industrial system.
Mechanical arteries begin to move the bulk load into the cleaning zones. High-pressure streams strip away the remnants of the plantation floor. Cleaned of surface earth, the harvest begins its ascent to the staging grounds. Before processing, the nuts must rest in the vast staging yards to season. Quality control begins long before the factory walls are breached. Once seasoned, the raw material is fed back into the continuous flow system. Vibration aligns the chaotic pile into an orderly processing stream. A dedicated artery transports the product toward the heart of the plant. The journey moves from the chaotic yard to the precise environment of production. Inside the main facility, the scale of operation shifts from agricultural to industrial. Systems are primed and buffers are filled, ready for the first major transformation. The buffer releases the flow, initiating the primary mechanical intervention. Automated logic distributes the load evenly across the dehusking banks. Hardened steel spikes are calibrated to tear, not crush. In a fraction of a second, the thick protective layer is violently stripped away. The fibrous waste is immediately evacuated to fuel the factory's boilers. Revealed for the first time, the inner nut is exposed for inspection. Skilled hands ensure no fiber remains to contaminate the delicate meat inside. Vertical transport lifts the clean stock to the gravity-fed shelling stations.
Despite automation,
A single, practice strike breaches the final defense of the seed.
The valuable coconut water is captured instantly, filtered, and diverted for separate bottling.
The white kernel is liberated from its armor, leaving only the brown skin attached. The hard shells are destined for carbon activation or biomass fuel.
To produce pristine white coconut products, every trace of the testa must be shaved away.
Only the purest white kernels are allowed to proceed to the sanitization stage.
A cold water bath washes away surface oils and potential contaminants. The material is augured toward the grinding mills, ensuring a consistent feed rate.
Before grinding, a steam blanching process locks in the flavor and sterilizes the meat.
Heat prepares the cellular structure for the maximum extraction of milk and oil. High-speed hammers pulverize the solid meat into a fine, moist pulp.
The result is a fine, uniform grating, rich with oil and moisture.
To extract the milk, the pulp must be subjected to immense mechanical pressure. Under pressure, the fat and water emulsion separates from the fibrous solids. This rich liquid is the foundation for milk, cream, and virgin coconut oil.
The leftover fiber, now low in fat, is diverted for flour production or animal feed.
Vibrating screens remove any remaining fine particles or shell fragments. In the centrifuge hall, physics takes over to separate oil from water. Extreme centrifugal force splits the emulsion into its elemental components. The result is pure, cold-pressed, virgin coconut oil, extracted without chemicals.
For shelf stability, the milk must be rapidly heated and cooled to eliminate bacteria.
Meanwhile, the grated meat destined for desiccation enters a river of hot air. Suspended in a hot airstream, the flakes dry evenly without burning. Rapid cooling stops the cooking process, preserving the snow-white color. Precision sieves sort the product into fine, medium, and chip grades.
To create coconut milk powder, the liquid must be atomized in a giant vacuum chamber.
The liquid is blasted into a microscopic mist, instantly flashing off the moisture. Gravity and centrifugal force collect the fine, sweet powder at the base. The oil undergoes a final polish filtration to ensure crystal clarity. The richest fatty fraction is isolated for premium coconut cream products.
Laser eyes scan every flake, ejecting anything that isn't perfectly white.
Magnetic fields stand guard, ensuring no machinery fragments enter the food chain. Heavy lifting is delegated to automation, protecting workers from fatigue. Ultra-high temperature treatment sterilizes the milk in seconds without compromising flavor.
The product waits in sterile stasis, untouched by the outside atmosphere.
Packaging is formed and filled simultaneously in a sterile environment. A blast of nitrogen displaces oxygen, extending shelf life significantly.
The hermetic seal is the final guarantee of freshness. X-ray vision peers through the packaging to verify fill levels and safety.
Every unit is permanently marked with its birth date and origin.
Accumulation tables balance the flow, ensuring the high-speed labelers never run dry. In the blink of an eye, bare metal is dressed in brand identity. Loose units are consolidated into durable, transport-ready bundles.
Heat shrinks the film, locking the heavy cans into a solid brick.
Pick-and-place robots perform the final Tetris, filling the master cartons. A single strip of adhesive seals the product for its global journey. One final weight check confirms that no carton leaves light or heavy. On the oil line, precision torque ensures a leak-proof seal for the liquid gold.
Production sealing provides a tamper-evident barrier that maintains freshness. Even with advanced automation, the human eye is the final arbiter of quality.
Every hour, random samples are pulled from the line to face the scrutiny of the lab. In the quiet of the laboratory, science confirms what the machinery has produced.
Microbiology tests ensure the product is sterile and free from pathogens.
Precise moisture control is critical to prevent spoilage in dried goods.
Refraction tests verify the purity and identity of the extracted oil.
Chemical titration measures acidity, the key indicator of oil freshness and quality.
Texture and consistency are measured to ensure every can of cream is equally rich.
Machines measure data, but only the human palate can judge the true flavor.
A library of samples is kept for years, a physical record of every batch produced.
With the laboratory's seal of approval, the product is cleared for final dispatch. Versatile, sustainable, and essential. This is the modern coconut industry. And this is how modern factory layers of tensioned film secure the load against the rigors of the road. The finished goods enter the silent canyons of the logistics warehouse. Vertical storage maximizes space, holding thousands of tons of product in reserve. Orders are received, and the inventory begins its final movement. Efficient loading ensures every cubic meter of space is utilized for export. The container is sealed, not to be opened until it reaches its destination halfway across the world. From a raw nut on a tree to a finished product, the cycle is complete. Versatile, sustainable, and essential. This is the modern coconut industry.
And this is how modern factories produce coconut products from start to finish.